You know what really
He
troubles
literally
me?
made a video of him flaunting a business that wasn't his. Remember, he had a video where he literally had a Rolls Royce saying that was his Rolls Royce. That's when he filled out for those PPP loans. I pulled up the business that he's claimed is his. It's an empty, vacant lot. Just like the leader of the Llamas business, and their business address came to an empty, vacant house.
Right. That is just absolutely crazy. What I don't get is how these people continue to get in business with him as this information rolls out and you have the evidence and the documentation to back up. Why would our people continue being involved? Like, that's the
Because
part
a
that
lot
really
of
just
people are
blows me
involved.
away.
They are involved. And he knows that, and he uses that to leverage against them.
Wow. It's just crazy. Well, let that be a lesson, y'all. Don't take no shortcuts. Do things by the book. Sometimes stuff happens. Trust me, I know, because as long as I've been in business, things don't always go the way you wanted to go, but never, ever take a shortcut. And they tell you that, especially when you're
That's
dealing with
why
like the
I was
IRS.
glad you didn't get in business with Blamazon, because Blamazon is heavily, deeply rooted in this.
I'm not surprised because he also has a previous record, which he I don't know what it was for,
He
but I
robbed
know.
somebody at an ATM at gunpoint. That's what he did. I had the record of that too.
Wow. I just know he had did something because he had mentioned it and that he was out and I guess was supposed to be turning his life around. Like, that's the whole thing.
He's
Like,
still one of the biggest scammers on his app.
wow. That is so sad. I think that's just like really, really sad. I wish people would really do their research because what I try to tell people too, there's a big difference between a bad person and a bad situation. Because sometimes something may look like it, like it's bad because people are saying this or that or they're saying something negative. But that's why you got to go back and look at that person's record and see what is really going on, not what people are saying, but what is actually, documented. And that's what blows my mind away. How do you get in business with people who have previous records? Because even there was one guy who was a donor of mine and he was a scam artist and a fraud. And I didn't know this, because he was a donor, you know what I mean? So he had donated money and we didn't have any reason to actually do any research or whatever on him. But when I started to do the research on him is when he tried to take over my radio station and then he started threatening me. So I said, you know what, let me just do a quick little background, search on this dude because he's talking like real reckless. And turned out that he's in jail now too. And it turned out that he had been in jail for fraud. Stole money from people, identity, like pretty much the same thing. He was like another, like T. Nathan. And I couldn't believe it because the crazy thing is when you Google his name, that's literally the first thing that comes up. And it's like an old case. And you would think that once he had gotten out and turned his life around, like he seemed to be, really trying to do the right thing and do well. But literally every person I've ever found out that has some form of a record, meaning that they got arrested, they committed an actual crime. We're not talking about somebody don't like you and they calling you a scam artist or someone not liking you and saying you didn't give them back a refund. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about actually convicted of a crime. You willingly and knowingly deceived a person. You get what I'm saying? You deceived them. You got money out of them for fraudulent purposes and you were locked up for that. That is what blows my mind away. That when people see these records, they do not distance themselves. They do not fall back and they should be suspicious of anybody that was connected to them because birds of a feather flock together.
All together.
Real recognizes real. And all these fake people, like every time I keep hearing about them, all of them got records. All of them got something going on with them, that kind of was what brought them together. Like they had something in common that brought them together. And it's just like, it's crazy to me.
The rabbit hole gets a lot deeper. I'm telling you more than this, because he has embedded himself and with TikTok and everything else. I mean, as T. Nathan, T. Nathan has been in and out of jail damn near his entire life. His rap sheet is as long as a damn kitchen table. I mean,
Right.
he went from writing fake checks at home on his printer to now basically credit card scams, PPP loan scams, threatening
Right.
people. Like he's literally just threatening people directly. Why he still on parole?
I don't think it's just enough awareness. I don't believe that it's enough awareness out there for people, and people are blinded by his charisma. They're blinded by his charisma, and then you have a lot of women who are just
Oh, you
desperate.
spend a lifetime of scamming. I'm pretty sure you'll get good at that.
It's unbelievable. The whole situation is absolutely unbelievable. Every time I turn around, it's a new account. It's a new account, a new allegation. It's like
Well, they in
after a while we're gonna have to
recruiting season right
produce Surviving T. Nathan.
Yep. That's a piece I'm already working on, and that's the name of it too. Surviving TV.
Wow. And I just feel bad for the people that's following him that really don't know. Like they really don't have any clue or idea who it is that they're actually following and how dangerous and detrimental this is to people who are doing the real work in our community. Because all it does is Black people already don't trust Black people. So when you're dealing with people like a T. Nathan, it fuels and gives people a reason to not follow through or to
He's
not
going around-
even
he's
do the
literally
research.
going around telling people he's traveling around the world while also in the same sentence telling you he's on parole. Tell me, anybody that is on parole, can you get a passport? Anybody. Remember last year or last year when he posted a video, said he was in Africa, but he was on the run?
Okay, yeah, I think I did see that one. I might have seen that. That's crazy. That's just absolutely crazy. Guys, you guys got to be super duper careful. You got to be super careful. Yeah, it's going to be a real mess, hot girl. You're right. Going to jail, all of that. It's just absolutely crazy. Need to keep that pamper. What did she say? Pamper. Journey said, who robbed somebody at gunpoint? I think his name is Naki, but the guy allegedly who is the owner of like Blamazon. Well, I missed the beat. God definitely was protecting me. Is he kept me away from, kept them away
I'm
from
sorry. I had to grab Kate real quick. But yeah, I try to warn people and put as much awareness out as possible. Hopefully these people will listen.
That's crazy.
And it's going to get worse because right now the money is drying up for them and they're getting very desperate.
Clearly they are. That is crazy. That is so crazy. I'm gonna go through your page and I'm gonna look at all the videos and stuff that you have so I can see.
All right, because I'm about to hop off for a little while. Because Gabe won't want my attention. He ain't going to let me do this live.
Right.
I will be back in probably like an hour or so.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
y'all.
Yeah. I'll probably be back on. Yeah. Because I'm at the
You were live. I
cafe.
did see that. I meant to come in there. But all right,
Okay.
if you go live before me, I'll come in. Support. You know how I
Okay,
do.
perfect.
I'll be back.
Thank y'all.
Everybody.
Y'all have a good